Hey guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Ultimate Comics The Ultimates, issue 15. And before I start this review, guys, the reason my voice is not really as it usually is because I am a little under the weather. I'm a little sick. My throat's been hurting me. Been sneezing all day and coughing all day. So, if I cough in the middle of a review, I'm sorry. I'm saying sorry now, But let's start this review for The Ultimates, issue 15. You guys know I don't usually get this series. I'm just not a big Ultimates fan. I guess I don't know why. I just feel like there's a lot of government stuff. It gets a little boring. But I wanted to get this issue because, it was announced issue 15, 16, something big was going to happen. And then once again, I get spoiled before I read the issue because I think it was actually on Tuesday. It wasn't even Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday that they reveal what's going on with Captain America. And this time it wasn't Yahoo, it was Twitter. So I go on, to check out news and stuff. I went on, there's the little hashtag thing. It says Discover. So, I think it's Discover, whatever it is. It's a little button on the top. So I was like, alright, let's see what's going on, in the world. And I like checking that out because it does, say what's trending and different articles and stuff that will interest you. And so I click on it, and then the big one, there's a big article that says, oh, Captain America is I won't say it yet. I'll tell you when. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But something with Captain America happens in this issue. And I'll tell you when I'm going to spoil it. So Captain America is. And I was like, oh, thanks. Twitter for spoiling everything. So I'm warning you guys that there will be spoilers in this review. So that way I could tell you, warn you guys that there's a spoiler. If you guys haven't had the chance to read this issue. But I definitely wanted to pick this issue up because I knew something big was going to happen, and something big did happen. It's going to affect the Ultimate Universe forever. And I have to say, I'll talk more about it after, but it might be a good change. So let's talk about the cover first, though, before we go on with what happened with Captain America. Really love the art, but I don't know why Thor was on the cover, because this issue had nothing to do with Thor. So it's a little misleading, but the art is amazing. So I think it kind of makes up for it. But again, Thor should not be on this cover. And this is actually Divide We Fall crossover, which doesn't make sense because Divide We Stand. United We Stand has been going on, so I don't think that's a typo, but I guess maybe this is the last issue of Divide We Fall, before United We Stand comes to this series, but all the other series are up to United We Stand. But maybe, United We Stand comes because of what happens in the end of this issue. But anyways, in this issue, elections going on in America, and people need this election because, America is becoming corrupt, and America is falling apart, little by little. It's really falling apart because of the events that happened. And Captain America, he's just wants to save everybody. That's his duty. He doesn't care about politics. He just wants to save people, and that's what he does. He goes out to save people. And, America sees that, and America says, wait, why are we voting for these corrupt people? Why don't we vote for the person who actually stands for us, the person that is loyal to us, the person that is the most patriotic person in America? Captain America. So in the end of this issue, spoiler alert, if you don't know what happens in the end of this issue, come back after you read this issue. Alright, now I'll tell you the spoiler. Captain America is voted for president. And that's awesome. And you know what? Most of these, big, giant announcements for Marvel or DC, it's sometimes for me, it's like it doesn't really affect stuff, It's like, I don't know, whatever. It's like Superman and Wonder Woman kiss. I liked it, but, it's nothing really that amazing. It didn't really affect the DC universe. The last one was Professor X dying, didn't really affect the Marvel Universe that much. He hasn't been around. You could check out my Avengers vs. X-Men review if you want more on that. But, with this affects Ultimate Universe for the better. And I think it's amazing that Captain America will become president of the Ultimate Universe. It's smart. I think if you're going to elect anybody, elect Captain America. And I love that. I love it. I think he really is the only person that can make America the way it was in the Ultimate Universe, and maybe join the mutants and everybody else to stop attacking the mutants and show that the mutants are people also. And I think Captain America is someone that really could united we stand. I really think he's the person who could really do that. And I'm not a big Ultimates fan, but I think this issue was really good. And the big announcement, the big spoiler was really good and affects the Ultimate Universe very well. And this is one of the big announcements that's happened in the couple of months. There's been a lot of them, different, news breaking stories that either Yahoo covers or, the big newspapers cover. But I think this is one of them that really I'm happy with, and I'm actually happy with. Others I feel like, oh, I don't really care, but this I'm happy with, and I can't wait for more. And I think that's the best way to describe it. The only thing I didn't like about this issue, it did get a little boring in the beginning. I listened to everyone on TV. It's like, oh, this person's bad, this fake president's bad. So I wasn't so interested in that. And the art was a little, yeah, the art was not my favorite. It's a little sketchy. So there's definitely better art for the Ultimate Universe and other titles. But will this make me pick up the Ultimates title? Maybe. We'll see in the next issue. I'm picking up the next issue because that's supposed to be classified. Something big gonna happen. And I think maybe it's classified because of this issue. They didn't want to spoil it, even though they did spoil it, because they always announce it before the issue comes out, and I always happen to get the spoiler before I read the issue. Like, I try so hard, but if you're on the internet, you're gonna find it, and I'm always on the internet, so I always find the freaking spoiler. But I didn't mind, it actually didn't really affect the reading that much. It just kind of made me excited to see, wow, this could actually be cool. And it actually was. So, yeah, and I think it's really, they did it in a perfect time also, because, right now on everyone's mind in America is the elections, our elections in the real world. And I think, if this was done 2 years from now, if someone is, already elected president, and elections aren't on our mind, I feel like it wouldn't be as powerful. But I feel like since elections are on our mind, and that's really what everyone is thinking about, I think this was a perfect time to, bring an election story in. And it doesn't have to do with anything with Obama or Mitt Romney, and I'm glad that they didn't add that and actually add the real story. Which sometimes I do like adding real life stuff to comic books, but I'm glad that they kind of just made like a regular election in the Ultimate Universe that has nothing to do with real political views. And I think that was really cool, and I like that they did the whole election thing in this comic book, because that's really what's all on our minds, because again, our presidential election is in November. And I feel like this was the perfect time to really do it, because that's what we're all thinking about. So yeah, I thought that was actually really cool, and I really liked this issue. Some art problems, some boringness in the beginning, but other than that, it was a really solid issue. And here comes the coughing. It was actually a really solid issue, and I give it 4 stars. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Random Situations. And I say pick this issue up, even if you haven't been reading the Ultimates and you've been following the Ultimate Universe. It's actually a really good game changer issue. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Again, like I said, in the description below, there'll be links for that. And yeah, so pick this up. See you guys. This is Comic Uno.